an athlete, a top athlete, you talk to any of the top athletes and they're going to say that I'm thinking about my sport all the time.
Yeah.
It's brain function. It's not how many push-ups they do. They're able to do the push-ups because they're concentrating better on doing the push-ups.
And they're constantly like imagining like what they're doing over and over and over by repetition.
Now, like we've had Olympic level athletes do this, and these are already fitness top-end athletes. Let's say doing bench presses with 150 pounds. 10 days later, they're using 250 pounds. And they're going, this is impossible. How can I improve that much? Well, you can't improve your body that much, but your brain can improve that much. That's why children in martial arts classes, in a matter of days, they're doubling the number of push-ups that they can do. Athletes use their brains more than the average person does. We only think it's because they're stronger. No, they are just clearer thinkers.
That's a big step going from, 100 push-ups to 200 in a matter of days.
Listen, I want to introduce this guy. This is probably one of the craziest guys on the planet. That's probably true, Ryan. He's walking to the North Pole. Not skiing, not dog sledding, walking to the North Pole. Now, just aside from the fact that that sounds crazy, you got to be pretty fit to do that. So I ran into Ryan a short while ago, and I suggested, well, his concern was, well, he doesn't want to take it because it might smell like seal and a polar bear could eat him. And that was, well, that's true. He's the guy walking. He doesn't run faster than the polar bear, even though he's super, super fit. So he started to take this stuff. Ryan, first of all, tell us what happened after you took it.
First, I just want to address, it was a big concern of mine, the seal oil and the smelling like seal or just appearing like seal, because polar bears run at 40 miles per hour and they can run that speed for easily 12 hours straight. They have just amazing agility and endurance and everything out there. And, now looking back at it, polar bears eat seal, so maybe there's a reason that they have so much energy and endurance, because that's what I have now since I've started taking OM. I'm pretty much a vegan most of the time. I don't, taking something that has to do with an animal it is very difficult for me. And RJ introduced it to me, RJ and Cheryl, and they said, just try it for us. And so I was having a particularly rough day, just feeling kind of exhausted. As you can imagine, I'm training fairly hard. And so I took the opportunity and I decided to try it. And they were leaving, where we were together, and they were leaving. And so I turned to my fiance and I was like, Marnie, I feel something. Something's different in my body. I feel different. I feel like I can. And I was trying to prove myself wrong. I was running around the house and jumping up and down and trying to figure out if this was actually the feeling, because it had been maybe 5 minutes since I'd taken it. Now, you can imagine, again, I'll tell you, my workouts are pretty intense and pretty regimented, so I know what I'm able to do and I know how much I'm able to do and when I'm able to do it, and things changed drastically. I almost doubled my weight. I'm not going to say I doubled it, but I almost doubled the amount of weight I was lifting. As far as my own personal body weight was concerned, chin-ups, dips, things like that, I far surpassed doubling what I was able to do beforehand. And I'm somebody that I am fit. I'm racing to the North Pole in 25 days, so I have to make sure that what I'm doing is very regimented, and I almost doubled what I was able to do.
Out of the 61 people that we followed through, these were all performance athletes, and some of them Olympic athletes, all high-end, what we would call elite athletes. The average observation of an effect was 4 days, 3 to 4 days. Some of them 3 to 4 minutes. And all dramatic effects. I mean, you should ask some of your athletic contacts, well, actually try it. If they're weightlifting people, say, okay, what's your best exercise? Watch what happens. And then the other thing, watch how fast they recover. I mean, instead of being stiff and sore the next day, our #1 seeded golf person in Canada, I won't use his name, I was talking to him yesterday, he says he doesn't feel stiff right after he plays the game, even though he plays rounds and rounds of golf. It's, again, because the body is so fluid and they're able to recover faster. They get the inflammation under control right away.
Hi there, how you doing? My name is Trevor. I'm from the Canada Stair Climbing Association, and I'm a professional stair climber. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about Omega 3 sublingual D. And I've been using the product for about 3.5, almost 4 months now. And I gotta tell you, it's fantastic. I started to take the product about November 2009. And I found this just amazing product in terms of giving me lots of energy throughout my workouts. Just to give you a quick little background, I started to train for the Empire State Building back in probably October, November of 2009. And to climb the Empire State Building is quite a feat, but you gotta be pushing yourself really hard. So I started to take the product about in November, and what happened was I found such increase. My energy for my workouts increased so much. It was phenomenal. I mean, I took the product right in the morning, 30 minutes after I woke up. I had took the product, I had my pre-workout nutritional food, and then I would go to the gym, and I found that after 30 minutes, my energy level just skyrocketed. I never felt anything like that before. And also, what was pretty fascinating was my recovery time had improved. I was actually feeling like I could work out as hard as I could, and then 2 or 3 days later, I'd be totally fine, like no soreness, no nothing like that, and I pushed really hard. So I found that this product just gave me a lot of additional energy, and the sublingual D is so easy to take. You just put it underneath your tongue. I take about a tablespoon in the morning, and then a tablespoon right after I train. You put it underneath your tongue, you wait 45 seconds, you let the oil dissolve, and then you're done. Easy.
Recovery time. How does the D3A help out with recovery time?
Well, first of all, the most basic one is Omega-3 reduces inflammation.
Okay.
And most recovery time is based on inflammation. The reason that you don't feel stronger is there's a built-in system in the body to inflame, to keep you from pushing any further and tearing more muscles.
Yeah.
But if you could reduce that inflammation time down rapidly, which is what most steroids used to do, and this isn't a steroid, it reduces the inflammation naturally, very quickly, so you recover faster. The other thing is, while you're taking it, your brain function is just better.
Yeah.
So instead of making a move this way, you're making it perfectly, and that way you know that you're not carrying the muscle in the wrong way. Apologies to the martial artists that we have saw that. We actually have top martial artists, and I was just watching them do it. And to see them move at the speed that they move, you realize that if they do it wrong, they're going to hurt themselves. They don't. They're top performing athletes, and they recover quickly because they don't hurt themselves in the first place, and then the inflammation is taken care of right after that.
Wow.